Hi water signs, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and for those of you that are cross-watching, welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see what is your person afraid to tell you, okay? So what is it that they want to tell you? What secrets do they want to share, reveal to you, and what's holding them back? There's also going to be a part 2 to this reading, and in part 2, we're going to follow on from the messages. And that's going to be made available via the extension link below. For those of you that are interested in a personalized tarot reading with myself, please feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed below the video. So let's go ahead and begin. Okay, a fair bit of swords here that has come up in your reading. Your person is definitely in their head about something, and I can see that they're definitely holding on to some detail or some information that they want to share with you, but it appears to be as though there's some sort of hesitancy there or some sort of reluctance. Just at the bottom of the deck you have the Devil's card, the Devil's energy, and it is interesting. It's obviously something that has a negative influence, okay, on your person and their energy, or will, if revealed, will have a negative influence on the overall connection, on the overall relationship. I feel like there's more than one thing, more than just the one thing that your person is holding back from you. From what I can see, this isn't someone who easily and freely talks about his or her emotions. There are some blockages in their energy. There is a energy of avoidance, okay? So they could be an avoidant personality type. So naturally, this is someone who avoids talking about their feelings, someone who avoids discussing their feelings, what it is that they feel. You know, he or she avoids sharing a part of themselves that is very vulnerable and perhaps very emotional. What is it that they want to tell you? Well, whatever it is, they feel very nervous and anxious about. This is someone who maybe doesn't know just quite how to say it. Could also be that this person isn't ready to share certain things with you. Maybe they just don't feel like the two of you are comfortable yet with each other, or they don't feel like... and maybe they're also scared that something that they say or do might push you away, or might give you the wrong idea of who they are or what they want from out of this connection. I do feel like there are secrets that they keep. If it wasn't for the Devil's energy here, I'd probably say it was maybe information that it might be information that they're holding back from you. But given that it has such a negative influence and such a heavy energy on the cards, I do feel like it's something that they're keeping to themselves, which truth be told is definitely depleting their energy, both emotional, physical. They may be talking, or they may be talking to other people, okay? The Seven of Swords energy, it is, okay, so they might be trying to keep their options opened. They may, especially if the two of you have met online or a dating app on some sort. I don't think you're the only one that they're talking to, but obviously, you know, they don't want to let you know this because they don't want to ruin their chances with you. So I feel like what they're doing right now is maybe they're just trying to gauge who they best match with, okay, who's the most closest match with them. Because the devil does form a bit of a lover's triangle, it can also represent an ex as well. So they might still be in contact or in communication with an ex. There may be a slight chance that they may want to reconcile things with the ex. They're not, and look, you might be aware that they're talking to the ex, but you might not be aware of their intentions behind the communication. So whilst they're communicating with an ex energy here, they are also communicating with the intent to perhaps get back together or to reconcile their relationship, their past relationship. I do feel like a part of them is also trying to keep, trying to maybe hold, okay, they're either trying to keep their options open, as I've mentioned earlier, so seeing who's most compatible with them and who isn't. They could also be trying, a part of them also feels like they're holding space for a past energy, which does feel like an ex. I don't think this person is, well, they don't want to tell you this, they don't want to hurt you, they don't want to hurt their chances of ruining things with you, just in case things don't work out with the ex, okay? But I do feel like there's this whole, notice the twos, the Seven of Cups is choices, the Devil here is a very heavy energy. So whatever it is that they're holding back from you is obviously depleting them of their energy. It's sapping them of their energy, their mental energy, emotional, their physical energy. And it's something I feel like this person has wanted to share with you, has wanted to tell you time and time again, but I think they're not coming forward. Also, the fact that they're reluctant to discuss certain things with you. And look, for some of you, this person might not be doing anything wrong, okay? So even, look, they might, the ex might be the one who is with the intention of getting back with them and not them, okay? So it could be, the tables could be reversed in that situation. But it feels like your person is hesitant to talk about these things or to tell you, to share this with you. And what's negative about this is their refusal and their avoidance to deal with emotions and to communicate that. It's making them look suspicious. It might be making them act weird or strange lately. And I also feel like it's manifesting as a toxic behavioral trait. Okay, so this avoidance, avoiding confronting their feelings, pretending it's not there, hoping that things are just going to work themselves out, avoiding talking about it, avoiding addressing the issue. So that is manifesting as a self-sabotaging technique, behavior pattern, or even a self-sabotaging emotional pattern. They do have choices, they do have options. I also feel like regarding choices and options that are made available to them, they're not sure what to choose. So I don't know if they're treating you right now as a option rather than a priority, or I don't know if this person is just not sure, okay? It's not that they're losing interest in you, it's just that they're not sure if they see a future with you, especially where you're at the point in your relationship. Maybe they feel like you aren't all that compatible, or maybe it's them not giving this connection enough of a chance to really explore whether or not you guys are compatible and whether or not this can work. I do see that there's a lot of hurt in your person's energies. I think your person, the reason as to why they're also having a hard time opening up and telling you, sharing with you certain things about perhaps their past, their upbringing, or their previous relationships, because they don't talk about it, do they? They don't really like to talk about the ex, they don't really talk about their previous relationships here. Again, that's all part of their, sort of all part of their DNA. This is someone who avoids doing that because talking about the ex would resurface certain feelings, whether it is still love or passion, or whether it's anger and resentment. So this is their way of, not having to deal with it. Just completely ignore it or avoid talking about it. I think that your person may have been really hurt in the past by a romantic energy here. And I think it's the hurt that they still carry around with them. So they may have been betrayed, they may have been really hurt in the past, and I think they still carry this hurt with them. And I think some of this hurt and some of this insecurity that I see in their energy, especially some some fear, maybe fear of intimacy, fear of, you know, exploring the depths of the connection, fear of opening themselves up to you and becoming very vulnerable. That is manifesting from this. That's manifesting as a result from a previous connection. I also feel like they don't trust, okay? It's not that they don't trust you personally. It's just that they have a hard time trusting people, because it does feel like their trust has been broken in the past, or someone's broken someone's trust in the past here. Maybe you're the one who's not, you know, who can't trust this individual because they broke your trust. Or maybe you can't trust what you feel with this person because there is inconsistencies. I see that there's inconsistencies in what this person says or does. And the fact that you're seeing these inconsistencies tells us that your person is uncertain, okay? They're a little bit confused. And I think they're really in their head about something. Notice you've got the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, and both women here appear to have the blindfolds wrapped around their eyes. So there's something here that you're not seeing, okay? And maybe that's because this person doesn't want you to see a side to them. It does feel like it's more of a darker side, okay? So like a shadow aspect of their energy, of their personality, a darker side, a vulnerable side, a side that maybe had them once really consumed and addicted to addiction, or to a, you know, a substance. A side in which they don't necessarily want to reveal to you because they feel like it's going to scare you away, or, you know, some demons that they're still playing with. They're scared to show you maybe even their past, you know, who they were in the past. That's not to say that they're the same person anymore, but they don't want to show that or share that with you because they're scared of the fact that you might see them differently, okay? Because this is all about, I think a lot of it has to do with appearance and how they will be seen if they share something with you, or how, you know, what would the future of this connection, like they feel like what they say and what they don't say, the future of the connection sort of hinges on that, sorry. Okay, in part 2 of the reading, I just want to go into a little bit more detail with these blockages. You know, there is a fear or anxiety that is driving this person's energy. So why is it that they're so anxious to share whatever it is here with you? Okay, so follow me to part 2 of the reading via the extension link below. Please guys, show your support by liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I just want to thank you all for your time, your attention and your energy. Bye for now.